Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In today's lecture, we are going to do exercises of chapter 15, the Pythagoras theorem. And in this regard, the first question is that we are given different lengths A, B, C. Okay, there are 4 parts. Out of 4 parts, I am going to attempt one of them because all of these parts have the same method. Okay, so you can try all the other parts and tell me if you have any problem. The second part, I will try because it has decimal, and they have given us 3 measurements, and they want us to verify that these 3 measurements belong to a right triangle. Now, if these 3 measurements belong to the right triangle, then these 3 measurements must satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what is the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is that the hypotenuse is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. It means that the sum of the two sides of a right triangle, the sum of squares of two sides of a right triangle is always equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Now always remember that hypotenuse is the side which is opposite to 90 degrees, and its measurement will be the greatest of the 3 sides. Okay, so if you have measurements 1.5, 2 and 2.5, we know that the length of this side is the longest of the 3 sides. The length is the greatest in these 3 sides, so this will be the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse will be 2.5. okay, and the remaining these two can be taken as base and altitude. Okay, so always remember that hypotenuse is opposite to the 90 degrees, and its measurement will be the greatest of all these 3 sides. So if it is a right triangle, then the square of this length should be equal to the sum of square of these two lengths, because every right angle satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so if we want to verify that these 3 lengths belong to a right triangle, then these 3 lengths must satisfy the Pythagoras theorem, and hypotenuse will be the longer of the longest of the 3 sides. Now let me find the squares of all these. If it satisfies this Pythagoras theorem, that is, if c square hypotenuse is the length which is opposite with c, and we know that length c is taken opposite to the vertex c, and the length small b is equal to 2, it means it is opposite to the vertex b, and this is a, which shows that it will be opposite to vertex a. So the 90 degrees angle will be at the vertex c, because opposite to this we have the longest side. So we have to prove that c square is actually equal to a square plus b square if you want to prove that these measurements belong to a right triangle. Now let me calculate a square. A square is 1.5 whole square. If you find the 1.5 square, this will be equal to 2.25. b square is equal to 2 square, which is equal to 4, and c square is equal to, c square will be 2.5 whole square, which comes out to be, I think, 6.25. let me check it. Yes, 6.25. now we know that if we add these two, what we are going to get? Adding these two means you are going to get add 2.25 plus 4, which is equal to 6.25, which is equal to c square. It means that a square plus b square is equal to c square, or in other words, hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of square of these two sides. This implies that these measurements belong to the right triangle, because the Pythagoras theorem is satisfied by all these 3 sides. So this completes the solution of this. The remaining parts have exactly the same solution. So I am going to solve the next question that we are going to solve is question number 3. Now in question number 3, let us read what they have given to us. Now in question number 3, it is given that the 3 sides of a triangle are of measure 8, x and 17. Okay, they have given us 3 sides of a triangle. Respectively, for what value of x will it become the base of a right angle triangle? So we are going to find the value of x for which this will be the base of the right triangle having this measurement. So what they have given to us is question number 3. They have given us triangle ABC. Okay, and they have given us the measurement 8, x and 17. Now Now they want us the value of x for which this will become the base of the right triangle. So we are given three lengths, and it is given that x is the base of this triangle, and we want to find the value of x for which these three measurement becomes the sides of a right triangle. Now if this is the base, it means one of these two will be the altitude and one will be the hypotenuse. We know that hypotenuse is the longest of all three sides, so it means that this should be the hypotenuse 17, and the altitude will be 8, because out of these three they have given us that x is the base, so the only choice for the hypotenuse is 17 and 8. We know that hypotenuse is always the longest side, so it means that 17 should be the hypotenuse. Now we want to find the value of that value of x which will make this a right triangle, and it will be a right triangle if these three satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square should be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So if you want to make this a right triangle, then 17 whole square should be equal to perpendicular, which is 8 square plus x square. Now from here, finding the square of 17 square is equal to 289, and we know that 8 square is 64. So from here we can find the value of x square, which is equal to 289 minus 64. Okay, now subtracting these two, 289 minus 64, this comes out to be equal to 225. Now taking the square root of both the sides, and we are going to take the positive square root of both the sides, not the negative one. And why is that so? Because we know that x represents the length of this triangle, and the length of a triangle can never be a negative value, it is always positive. So that's why we are going to take the positive root only. Otherwise 225 has two roots, plus 15 and minus 15, so we are going to take the positive one only. So it means that we have to take x is equal to 15 to make this a right triangle, because x is the value for which this Pythagoras theorem holds. So let's move to the next question. Now in question number 4, we are given that we have a triangle, isosceles triangle ABC. Okay, so we have an isosceles triangle A, B and C, and if AD BC is equal to 28 centimeter, this is 28 centimeter, and AC and AB are equal, and both are equal to 50 centimeter. 50 centimeter and 50, it is given over here. Okay, measurement of AB is equal to measurement of AC, and it is equal to 50 centimeter. If AD is perpendicular to BC, so it means that we have drawn a perpendicular from A, which is AD. Now we know that whenever we drop a perpendicular from A on the base of isosceles triangle, then these two lengths are always equal. This perpendicular will cut BC into two equal half. It means that if the full length is 28 centimeter, then BD will be equal to DC and will be equal to half of 28, which is equal to 14 centimeter. So this length is 14 centimeter, this is also 14 centimeter. Okay, so they have given us the base is BC. Okay, and AB and AC are two equal sides of the isosceles triangle. You have to find, and it is given that AD is perpendicular to BC. Whenever we drop a perpendicular in an isosceles triangle, it is one of the property of isosceles triangle that whenever we drop a perpendicular from A, this will always bisect this side. Okay, so we have to find AD. AD is equal to what? Let me name it as X. Okay, we will find AD, and then we are going to find the area of this triangle by using the formula half base into altitude. So let us first do the first part. Now we know that this is a right angle triangle, okay, because of this 90 degrees. It is a right triangle. It means that and the side which is opposite to 90 is always the hypotenuse. It means hypotenuse will be 50, this will be base, and this will be altitude. Now applying the Pythagoras theorem to this right triangle, because it can be applied to all right triangles, as this is ABD. Triangle ABD is a right triangle So it means that hypotenuse square should be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is equal to 50. Whole square should be equal to perpendicular, which is x, which is the unknown side that we want to find, and base will be 14 square. From here we can find the value of x square as shifting 14 square to the right hand side. This will be 50 whole square minus 14 whole square. Now 50 whole square will be equal to 2500, and we know that 14 square is equal to 196. 190. Subtracting these two, we are going to get 2500 minus 196 is equal to 2304. So x square is equal to this number, taking square root of both the sides, and we are going to take the positive root only because x denotes a length, and a length can never be negative. Okay, so taking the square root of 2304, we will have x equals to 48. It means that this length x is equal to, which is AD, is equal to 48. So we have solved the first part of the question, in which they had asked us the length of AD, and AD is equal to 48 centimeter. Okay, AD is equal to 48 centimeter. Now going to the second part, they want us to find the area of this triangle. We know that the area of the triangle is equal to half into base into altitude. Now base is, if I take the base to be this side, then altitude will be the height of the vertex opposite to this side. Okay, this is what we have learned in class 7 and 6 and 7. So over here the base is 28. Okay, and the altitude will be this length AD, which we have calculated to be equal to 48. So the area of the triangle will be, half, base is 28, okay, and its altitude is 48. So calculating these two, we are going to get the answer 672. This will be the area of this triangle, and this completes the solution of question number 4. Now let's move to the next question. Now in question number 6, they have given us triangle ABC, and it is given that angle ACB is 90 degrees. It means that the angle C in this question is, this whole angle is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and it is given that CD is perpendicular to AB. We have to find AH and B. Okay, these are the unknown that we have to find. BD is equal to 5. This BD length is given to us to be equal to 5, and AD is 7. So we have to find H, A and B. We will try to find H first, because of H we will be able to find A, because this is a right triangle. We can easily apply the Pythagoras theorem. Same is the case over here. Okay, this is also a right triangle. If we find H first, then this can solve our problem for A and B also. So first of all, consider the triangle. This triangle, consider triangle. First of all, consider triangle BCD. Okay, this is a right triangle, because we had dropped CD on AB. So this is a right triangle. First consider triangle BDC. In this triangle, we know that this is the angle of 90, and the length which is opposite to 90 degrees is always A. Okay, so for the time being, let me erase this so you can easily see these two triangles, that these are the two right triangles that we have three right triangles in this question. These two, this is first triangle, this is second, and the third one is this triangle ABC. Okay, triangle BDC, triangle ADC, and triangle ABC. Okay, these are the three right angle triangles that we have, and we are going to make use of these to find these unknowns. Okay, first consider triangle BDC. Over here, A will be the hypotenuse, because it is opposite to the 90 degrees. the side which is opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse. Okay, that is always correct for a right triangle, for any right triangle. So it means a square will be equal to the square of x square plus 5 square. Okay, 5 square plus x square will be equal to a square, because a is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude. Okay, any one of these can be base and altitude. Therefore a square is equal to x square plus, will be equal to x square plus 25. Now taking this triangle ADC, okay, this one, triangle ADC, consider triangle ADC. In this triangle, the hypotenuse will be the side which is opposite to 90 degrees, and that is B. So the hypotenuse square should be equal to 7 square plus x square. Okay, so B square will be equal to 49 plus x square. Now let this be equation 1 and this be equation 2. What we are going to do is we are going to add these two equations. Okay, and let me do one more thing. Also consider triangle ABC. In this triangle, if you consider triangle ABC, this was the right triangle given, the right angle given to us. Okay, triangle ABC. If I consider this triangle, this is the hypotenuse because it is opposite to this angle 90 degrees. Okay, I am considering this triangle. Now if you look at it, this 90 opposite, the side which is opposite to 90 is AB. So AB square will be equal to square of these two. Okay, and this, the length of AB, we know the length of AB in this triangle, the length AB is equal to 5 plus 7, which is equal to 12. It means this whole length is equal to 12, and it will be the hypotenuse. So its square will be equal to the square of other two sides, a square plus b square. So we have got three equations here. I can write this as a square plus b square is equal to 144. So we have the third equation, and that is a square plus b square is equal to 144. Now if we add these two equations, what we are going to get? Adding equation, what we are going to do, we are going to add equation 1 and 2. Okay, adding equation 1 and 2, what we are going to get? A square plus b square is equal to x square plus 25 plus 49 plus x square. Now x square and x square will be twice of x square, and adding these two, what we are going to get? 49 plus 25 will be 74. Okay, and a square plus b square from equation 3, we can write it as 144. From here 2x square will be equal to, shifting 74 to the left hand side, x square will be 144 minus 74 is equal to 70. Okay, and shifting this 2 to the right hand side, this will be equal to 70 by 2, which is equal to 35, and h square will be equal to 35. Okay, in order to find h, we will have to take the square root of 35. So it is equal to under root 35. This will be the value of h. Now in order to find the value of a and b, we are going to make use of this h square. Now we know that b square is equal to 49 plus x square, and a square is equal to x square plus 25. We know the value of x square. Now we are going to put the value of x square over here and here to find the value of a and b. Okay, so let me write the value of x square that we have obtained is equal to 35. Okay, and the value of x is under root 35, and to find the value of a square and b square, we are going to make use of these two equations. So over here, from equation 1, a square is equal to h square plus 25. So a square will be h square is equal to 35. 35 plus 25, which is equal to, adding these two, we are going to get 35 plus 25 is equal to 60, and a will be under root 60. Now we know that 60 is 2 times 2 into 3 into 5. Okay, if you do the prime factorization of 60, we get 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. 2 5s are 10 and 2 3s are 6. 6 into 10, 60. So taking 2 outside, we are going to get 2, and 3 into 5 is 15 centimeters. So the value of a will be equal to, value of a is equal to 2 under root 15. Okay, and in the same way, by using equation 2, we are going to find the value of b. From equation 2, b square is equal to 49 plus h square. H square is equal to 35. Now adding these two, what do we have? 49 plus 35 is equal to 84. Okay, and b will be under root 84. Doing the prime factorization of 84, we are going to get, prime factorization will give us 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. This will be 2 under root 3 7s are 21. So the value of b is going to be equal to twice of under root 21. So we have obtained the value of a, b and h also, and this is all they had asked for us. So these are the answer of the given unknowns, the required unknowns. Now in question number 6, part 2, we have to find x. X is this length BD. It is given that DC is equal to 5, AC is equal to 13 and AB is equal to 15. So we have to find this length x. Now in order to find this length, we are given this triangle. We know that the length, these angles are 90 degrees. It means you have two triangles. This triangle ABD. Now if you know the length of this triangle, then we can easily find the value of x. So first we are going to find the length of this side AD. For this we are going to use this right triangle, triangle ADC. So from triangle ADC, the hypotenuse square should be equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Now hypotenuse will be the length 13 because it is opposite to 90 degrees. This will be the base and the altitude is what we want to find. Okay, so putting the values, 13 square will be equal to AD square, which is the required length, plus base. Base is 5 whole square. From here, AD whole square is equal to 13 square is 169 minus 25. So AD whole square will be equal to 169 minus 25, which is equal to 144. So it means that the square of this length is 144 and AD will be 12. Although we don't need this, we just need the square of this length AD whole square, so it's enough to find AD whole square. Okay, only this will be enough. Now consider triangle. Consider triangle ABD now. Now AD we have found it to be equal to 12 centimeter. Now we know that this is a right triangle. ABD is a right triangle. Okay, right triangle. So the hypotenuse square, which is opposite to the 90 degrees, 15 square will be equal to the base square plus the altitude square. From here we can find x square to be equal to 15 square minus 12 square. We know that 15 square is equal to 225 and 12 square is 144. So subtracting these two, we are going to get the value of x square, which is 81, and x will be equal to the positive square root of 81, which is 9. Okay, plus 9. So this is how we can find the value of x, and this is all we have to do in this question. So this completes the solution of question number 6.